Now in this technical demonstration, we're going to focus on those privileged accounts. Now, in a previous demonstration, we actually went through the process of discovering accounts. In this demonstration, we're actually going to manually add accounts. So what we'll do here is I have my systems. If I go over to accounts, it'll show me the discovered accounts that we currently have. Now, all of these accounts apply to two of my Windows servers, but I do need to add accounts for my Unix servers. So in order to do that, we'll go back over to the systems, and I'm going to start with my apps Unix server. Now from here, I'm going to click add, and I know the name of the account I'm going to add, so I'm going to simply type it in, which will be helpdesk-a. It is a password credential type. I'm going to go ahead and enter in my password. And we'll click add. Let's go ahead and add another account. We'll call this one root with its password. And we'll click add. Now at this point, I have those particular accounts created. Now let's do this for one other Unix server. So we'll go over to the DB Unix server and we'll do the same thing. And we'll do the same thing for root. So now I have those accounts. If I click on accounts under resources, I now have more accounts available to me. Now we also had a set for DB accounts, and I do have some new database accounts. So let's go ahead and modify this set to include them. So we'll click modify, and let's try that again. Now, so now I've created, let's go back to here, under accounts. So now I have my accounts created. Let's go back over to accounts under resources so I can see all of the privileged accounts that I currently have. And as you can see here, I have not just my Windows accounts, but I also have my Unix accounts. So let's go ahead and add those Unix accounts to that new set for the database accounts. So what we'll do is we'll come down here and we'll select these two accounts that apply to the Unix database server. And I'm going to select add to set. Now from here, I can simply click on the available set. Now keep in mind, when we add to a set in this method, it's only going to be looking at sets we have created. It's not going to take any of the pre-built sets that came with the Centrify Identity platform. So we'll go ahead and click Save. Now, all we did was create the accounts and added them to a set. But Kim Rogers, who's a member of the finance team, has member permissions to see these accounts. So let's see how making this modification and adding these accounts to that set affected what she sees. So I'm logged in as Kim Rogers. Let's go ahead and reload her rights. And let's go over to accounts. And now, instead of one account, which was a Windows server that we added earlier, she now can see those two Unix database accounts. So this is how we're going to add accounts. We can add them through a discovery method, or we can add them manually. What we want to do now is we want to vault those accounts. We want to change those passwords to a high entropy password. So let's work with the apps help desk account. So we're going to start with this apps Unix help desk account. We'll go ahead and open this up. And we'll go to settings. Now, in order to vault this account, we want to manage the credential, which is this option right here. Now, before we do that, let's take a look at what that password looks like. So if I go to Actions and I click Check Out, as a system administrator, I do have the capability of checking out any password. I'm going to click Show Password. And as you can see here, it shows me a password. This is the standard password that I've used for all of my Unix servers. But we want to make sure that this is a password that is much more secure and a high entropy password. So we're going to go ahead and click Close. And now we're going to check this password in. And now we can go ahead and manage it. So I'm going to click Manage, and I'm going to click Save. And now as you can see, I now have this credential managed. If I go back over to Actions and check out the password and show it, it has now been changed to a high entropy password that is much harder to guess or brute force than the simple password I was using before.